Hawthorn has a history of champion full forwards.
John Beck with the ball, his kick for goal, and Hudson takes the mark.
Dunstall with the one hand is too good.
And flamboyant number 23s.
You can't wear number 23 at Hawthorn and not be a showman.
In Buddy Franklin, we see the strength of Peck, the might of Dunstall, the anticipation of Hudson, the spirit of Scott, and the flair of Brereton.
Buddy Franklin!
Lance Franklin
To Buddy Franklin!
The superstar of the game tonight is as good as I've seen.
After a slim few weeks, tonight he's up against the West Coast Eagles. It's the big stage of Friday night football.
Lance Franklin's done it! The Hawks are in front!
Impressive stuff, isn't it? So the Hawks with 12 wins have been 11 wins and 2 losses have been going great guns. Crowd back, Crawford back, important for them. They're 2 most experienced players on their list tonight. There is a late change, we'll tell you about that in a moment. OK, he's kicked 2 goals, 9 in the last 2 weeks. So how do you stop, Buddy?
Well, it's a hard task, but Adelaide and North are able to quell his influence. You need numbers in the defensive area to help, not just in the air but on the ground. As you can see here, he looks like he's got Nathan Bock covered a couple of weeks ago, but what Adelaide tried to do is they got numbers back, not just to contest in the air, but then to sweep up and to be able to rebound effectively. North Melbourne, on the other hand, they had pressure upfield, and you can see here, Buddy's not sure of where to lead, and there's also numbers around to support Josh Gibson. He saw Lockie Hansen come back a couple of times, and they were able just to saturate that area and prevent Buddy from being dangerous. And even then, as we can see by this clip, he was able to get Josh Gibson one-on-one and be able to turn him around and kick a goal.
Dennis, they're certainly not travelling well, but, you know, they're a proud club, they've got a good history, but looking at the Hawthorn side,
Clark comes in for Dew, so 3 changes, 2 at the selection table and a late change tonight.
The great thing about the Hawks too at the moment, a good mix of youth, experience, and also that middle group of players that Alistair Clarkson's been able to put together. The one thing to note about the Hawthorn side, 11 left footers. Most sides are now onto that and making sure they nullify the left-hand side of the Hawthorn players.
And what about this guy? Having a terrific season, as you see, loves it here at the MCG, was wonderful last week, averaging 28 possessions a game this season, up at this ground.
Some players just respond when they're the captain, and he's certainly one of those.
West Coast Eagles 5 changes this week. They've been ringing the changes. They've lost a lot of experience in round 14.
Well, they'll have more changes too. I think Darren Glass is just about ready to be put out to pasture. He's nowhere near what he was. But this guy is one shining light for the West Coast Eagles. Andrew Embley off halfback, playing a bit of a different role than what we've seen. He has played up on the wing, but leading the club in marks and also kicks. He knows how to get it, and it's great to see because I thought last year he was right down on what he knows he can give to the West Coast Eagles side.
And they say it's his birthday, 27 today. And there's Daniel Kerr playing his 10th game of the season. Must feel a huge responsibility. 22 possessions a game this season. That's down from 27. There's the man we started with. It's gone full circle. Buddy Franklin will he fire tonight after a couple of quiet weekends. The scene at the MCG for Friday night football. Hawthorn and West Coast.
Everybody wants an early touch. And now Lynch.
And Lynch bangs it inside the 50. Easy mark taken at the back by Crowd. So he missed 4 with a hamstring earlier this year. Oh, big fly, great mark, Osborne. Over the top of Embley, and then a well-weighted kick.
Too much time to think, and here we see Austin with a great fly, no hands in the...
Forward of the wing, kicks inside the forward 50, rough head, almost, goes after it. He's right on the 50, clever hand pass, back. They're running in numbers. Embley inside the forward 50. McKinley waited, slapped away down there by Murphy. Now Gillum. In fact, it was Gillum initially. He's got the football alongside the centre circle. Kicks it down towards the attacking 50. Williams. Pretty casual. Around the corner. Now Lewis towards the kickoff line. Wilkes punches it out of there. Straight to Clark, the late inclusion. Goes to Roughhead, and Roughhead snaps a goal. Mercy me. Ellis kicks it back inside the forward 50. Big leap, Roughhead. He landed with it, and the umpires paid the mark. It was the landing that jarred the ball out.
We'll have a good look at this. He got up there. We'll just see if he might have used the hands as a... No. Good decision, umpire in perfect spot.
Cool.
Did he have his wheels down? Did he take it?
Looked like he might have had a serious throat problem last week in the match against Geelong, but back today. Kick to centre wing, Guerra, now Murphy. Handball inside, OK to Hodge, and then Hodge sweeps the handball into Campbell. Gets it to Mitchell. Crawford goes for goal and delivers. A touch of class.
Well, Alistair Clarkson lamented the lack of runners in his side last week. He thought that held them back. They didn't have Bateman, and they didn't have this guy in Crawford. And already tonight, he's shown his ability to cover the ground, to get into usable spots. He's had 3 inside 50s, 6 touches, and that was a lovely goal from outside 50.
Great player for a long time.
That's 6 foot taller than him.
All-Australian ruckman. Cox, Hunter, ball having trouble coming out. Well done, McNamara, a little toe poke. Kerr had it taken off him by Morton. Hands were good to Crawford. Look away, handball to Mitchell, to Birchall. They've run this pretty successfully. And Crawford with a real spring in his step, isn't he, the 33-year-old? Goes to Osborne on the run. Osborne 60 metres out, brings it back to Ruffin. Not quite off the ground. It's a behind.
He's been in that situation before with the perp pointing the finger at him occasionally. I just got 6 years. Oh, there we go. Osborne's got the footy. Well, we thought last Friday was a tough one.
Wilkes has made a couple of errors tonight.
Yes.
There's
that's a shank.
Spots that it doesn't really matter if you make an error on the field, but when you're kicking to 25 metres out from goal straight in front, that's not one of them.
Osborne kicks a goal. 24 plays for. Davis to Kerr, back to Davis. Kicks it down towards half forward. Oh, working in front and doing brilliantly was Crowe. Wilkes has gone forward and immediately had a problem there. Crowe just strode to the front and took the mark.
Graham over the top. Looks like he'll be the second ruckman tonight. Ginokoski's missed it. Hodge is a good finisher. Straight through the middle.
We might have a cricket score tonight, Dennis, the way this is unfolding.
Yeah, could be.
Well, it's a carbon copy of what happened against Geelong last week. Coughing the footy up, missing targets.
Well, they've gone in with a distinct game plan. They want to run it through this area. They want to use short kick and handball to try and push through, but they've made too many errors, and Hawthorn have been able to capitalise upon it.
What a great play. Goes back to Priddis. Well played, Priddis. Gets a bit on the left foot towards the goal square. And Crowe just manhandles Hunter and puts him on the deck and takes the mark. Ball ratio, Bucks.
Oh,
not great.
Look at this. This is.
Even when they want to kick, they miss. That was Lynch.
We need Benny Hill music.
120 kicks, 170 handballs for the game.
Well, we've got to lift, guys. Come on, Rioli's got the ball. 70 metres out, goes long down towards full forward. Buddy Franklin takes the mark 5 metres out. Someone had to grab control, and I did, Ox. I don't apologise.
No, you got on and you gave it.
I don't apologise, Ox.
5 metres, please. Push out.
Franklin directly in front.
Should get back and kick this, but I'm not confident.
Rarely sighted tonight. Puts it through the middle.
Well, just some of the stat winners. Guerra 15, Mitchell 14, Hodge 12, Morton 12. For the West Coast Eagles, Priddis 17, Kerr 16. They're just racking them up a will here. But that was every time the ball's gone in long, there is something has happened. I don't know what's going on in the midfield. They've obviously waxing here this evening. But if they get it in long, there are quality forwards at both ends of the ground that'll kick you a score.